like someone was just talking about, which is great. And I remember just whenever he first told me, I didn't have like an initial reaction, but just kind of excited and very thankful to be able to come here with a few of my teammates and with him and just enjoy this experience.
How have you prepared yourself for that part of being the quarterback? It's like the face of the team. Like beyond the field.
Right. I don't know if I've necessarily prepared for it. Just kind of, trying to do my part on the team, on the field with the guys, not necessarily preparing for the off-the-field things because I'm more so focused on the field.
Is the approach any different for you as compared to last year where you're entering, a fall camp battle? Is it any change at all, or is it still you're still doing the same stuff, same process, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I would say same process. Whenever I go back home, people are asking me, like, are you going to be the quarterback this year? And I feel like the answer is the same. It's like I'm still going to go compete against myself and act like I'm, chasing the rabbit because, you don't want to go into a spring or a fall camp or a season without any sort of push or any sort of drive. So I feel like it's the same.
How do you feel about the guys behind you in that room, the depth at quarterback?
We have some good quarterbacks, some young guys, some guys who just got here. I feel like it's a really smart room, and we're learning from some really smart coaches too, so it's only elevating our game as a group.
What makes Willie Rodriguez a good tight end?
His ability to run routes and then also run block. I feel like it adds some versatility to him and versatility to our offense. So defensive coordinators, the defenses as well, they can't get a tipping hand based on what we're going to do. So
I know when you were down at Manning, you said that DJ Miller is a guy people need to know about. What did you see from him in spring that gives you confidence he can be a player this fall?
Freakishly athletic. Every time the ball is in his vicinity and he catches the ball, it's just he's doing something with it. And he's just a really strong, powerful guy who can win one-on-one matchups, and that's really all you want in a receiver.
As a quarterback, is it important for a go-to guy to emerge, or are you okay with kind of spreading it around to whoever's hot that day?
Definitely spreading it around. It's not so much like I'm going to throw DJ Miller 5 footballs today. More so going through our reads and throwing to whoever's open. But when one-on-one situations do show up, you are looking at, who do I want to give the ball? Who do I want to take a shot on? Who are the defenders out there? So that definitely plays a factor. But he's a really good player, and he's gonna get some one-on-ones for sure.
Kenny, what's been the most difficult part about your transition to Lexington since you actually got to campus?
I wouldn't say there's really any difficult parts. Coming from the north, it was a little bit colder, but I'm from Nashville, so this is very similar to what I grew up in terms of weather, atmosphere, people. So I can't say there's a really difficult part in terms of being here.
It was just that easy.
It was.
When you like sit around and daydream about the fall, I'm sure you have to, right? You're finally gonna get to be a starting quarterback. What are those daydreams? What do you envision?
A lot of Youngstown State. We're really focused on the first game. So winning that game, and then also just being out there with the guys, envisioning scoring touchdowns and celebrating with my teammates, and just being in the stadium, just having a good time.
Kenny, what have you seen from the offense? We don't get to see them, but what have you seen from the offensive line? They're getting a lot of this could potentially be a really good group. What has Kenny Minchey seen from his offensive line?
I think they're a really good group. Over this past, portal cycle, they were able to get some guys from the portal, some really good players from different schools, and then guys that they had on the roster from last year too, some really good players who are going to play this year. So really good group from left tackle all the way to the right, and some depth as well. Smart players, they can really do it all.
What's your reaction to the contenders, pretenders list? How has that kind of increased the competition?
I think it's great. Being able to actually kind of compare yourself to other guys who, whether you're competing against them or not, if there's a name above you, you want to beat that person. It could be a blank name. It's whoever got higher than me, I want to go beat them. That on top of competing with yourself. So I think it's a really cool addition. I'm glad he did that. Our strength coach.
Is there some player that we're not talking enough about this offseason?
Mikkel Skinner. He's a really good tight end. DeMarcus Gardner, he's a really good corner. And a few other guys.
What makes Gardner good? We heard his name pop up a lot. What makes him good?
He's instinctive. He plays really fast. He is fast. He's one of the fastest guys on the team. And everybody's athletic, but he's got a lot of twitch and athleticism that allows him to break on the ball really fast.
Is Skinner is he different than any of the other tight ends in that room?
Everyone has their own, unique attributes or abilities, but he's very, very explosive. Talked about pretenders, contenders. He's most of the time he's on top of that board, whether it be bench or squat. So he's a very, very strong, explosive athlete and really fast too.
Awesome. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, I hit the button. We good? Yep. So I didn't recognize you with your shirt on. You decided to put one on?
Yeah, finally. Usually in the summer I don't like wearing a shirt too often, but yeah, I finally did, yeah.
Well, you got to flex on people. What's the off-season been like? You gotten stronger, bigger, faster, stronger?
Yeah, of course. The new strength staff has been great, so it's been really good.
What are the changes, like, from a day-to-day with the strength conditioning?
Yeah, I would say the new weight room is really, really nice, really advanced and everything we're doing in there. And I say just the way we're training is a lot more velocity-based and speed-based, which is really good for the team.
So have you gotten faster?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, just all the way back in January until now, yeah, I think we're running a lot, doing a lot of different things to help.
So Coach Sloan was at LSU, Trina's Green, he got a lot of play. Kenyon Sadiq obviously got a lot of run. He's in the NFL draft. Who are you watching more film of in the film room?
Well, right now I watch a lot of George Kittle, Brock Bowers still, if we're talking about NFL, but yeah, I usually like to look at guys in the NFL that have been in there and through a system.
So who's your tight end GOAT?
For me, I would probably say I like who I've watched since I was in high school was George Kittle, just because how he thrives in the blocking game, how much he loves it, and then also how he can change a game in the passing game as well. So that's who I like to watch a lot.
Do you have to be a psycho to be a tight end?
I think you got to have something to you. You know what I mean? You got to have, I would say majority of guys in the league have something to them, and I think that's something you got to carry with you. You know what I mean?
Willie, what's the biggest difference in Kentucky football now versus your?
I would just say the energy is really good around the building, and you could feel the competitiveness throughout like spring ball and the energy with spring ball and everything. It's like a lot of excitement in the building, it feels like.
Well, you've had some time with Kenny now. What makes him successful, and what makes him to be a guy that can be a starting quarterback in the SEC?
Yeah, I think he really gets going. When he gets going, he's really accurate, and I think we have been building this chemistry for a while now, and if we miss something, we go back, we fix it right away. We're talking constantly, throwing on, different days and stuff like that, just trying to get stuff down to perfection.
So off the field, what were your first impressions of him? How have you all kind of
Yeah, we actually hung out, I think, probably the first day he was down here. I texted him as soon as he committed, but then we hang out all the time at my house, and he's a great guy to be around, great guy to hang out with. So, yeah, we're with all the time, golfing, doing different things.
How much more are they asking you to do in this game?
I would say a lot, which I want. That's what I wanted, you know what I mean? So they give me what I wanted, and it's great. It's just moving me around everywhere, just backfield, out, split out receiver, slot, inline, everything you can do, which is something I like a lot. So.
Can you tell me about Michael Skinner? We haven't seen or heard from him much since he was a recruit.
Yeah, that's my boy. Skinner's a young guy, going to be a true sophomore this year, but he's very, very talented. And when he gets out, he gets out. He's very explosive, and I think there's definitely some ways you can definitely use his skills, and we will be for sure. So.
Have you seen Boyer change his game at all?
Yeah, I would say Boyer's game is pretty consistent. He gets in the trenches and he's pretty mean with it, which I love about him. But he can also split him out and he can play a true hybrid tight end. So, he's a big boy, but he does everything for us.
What's the new weight room, the top 5, bottom 5 list that we've seen a little bit? What competition is that kind of adding to those workouts? I assume guys don't want to be on one and want to be on the other.
Yeah, so we have a pretenders and a contenders board. So, you definitely don't want to be on the pretenders board. Because everybody can see it, coaches, your teammates, so you don't want to be, it's just better competition. There's certain numbers of watts of power, and so you want to be that number one spot. So it's really good competition, whether we're benching or squatting or doing whatever. It just makes more competition for the whole.
As a leader, how do you approach the guys who are on the pretender board?
You just encourage them. Really, that's what you do. You encourage them, and sometimes you got to pick them up and tell them let's go. But yeah, just encourage them and put him on the contender board.
Who's on the top?
I would say there's a lot of different dudes. We got a lot of powerful dudes in the room, but Ty B's always up there in the skill group. I think it just depends on the group. It's different lifting groups. But.
Jaden Williams is one of those guys who we've heard a lot stands out as a guy who occasionally might go wild.
Yeah. Jaden's a powerful dude. He's really good. He's worked on his game a lot this offseason. I'm really excited to see him.
Who's one guy we aren't talking about enough on this team?
If I had to say one guy who's been looking really good this summer, Kenny Darby is one of those guys I've been liking a lot this summer. He's been doing really well, learning the playbook. Because as a young guy, fresh out of high school, it's really hard sometimes to get that playbook down. He's been doing great with it and really taking coach, and he's looked really good. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, for sure. It's good. Yeah, appreciate it.
Play where you're like, oh hell, this boy can play.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir.
Was that it?
Yeah, that was it. And another one was I came off the edge again. I'm running towards him. He's just backing up, and he just throws the ball up in the air and right into the tight end's hand. So it's like, okay, like it's one of those afterwards where you kind of just look back like, okay, like you ever seen someone shoot a three-pointer and then the defender kind of looks back like, okay, like that's kind of what I did to him.
Ty, we've heard a lot about Coach Bateman's defense. Maybe they'll play a lot more man. For you, is the blitz playbook, is it heavier this year? Is it going to be for the safeties? Y'all going to be more involved?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most definitely. I was having a conversation with him about like me blitzing and getting a sack. I told him I've never had a sack in my college career yet. So he was like, "Oh, we're going to have to change that." So I'm excited for that. But yeah, yes, sir. We're definitely involved in the blitz situation.
Do you feel like pre-snap there's more on your plate, maybe from a movement, disguise type standpoint, this defense, or is it pretty similar to what you played in?
No, I don't think so. I mean, ball is ball. I think the biggest difference is the terminology that we're using now. But yeah, no, sir.
Jordan played with Coach Bateman at Florida. Has he been, is there any carryover from when they were spent time together at Florida?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, they talk a lot of the same language because they ultimately came from under the same tree. So whenever we're meeting, because me, Jordan, and Coach Bateman, we like to meet. So whenever they're meeting, sometimes he'll make a reference to Florida and like they talk Florida ball, and I just sit there and just wait for them to get done. But he's a smart guy. Jordan, a really smart guy, and I'm glad to have him right beside me in the back end.
Ty, what is the addition of the pretenders list in the new weight room? What has that done for competition this summer?
Oh man, when we first got the list in there, people was like, "Coach, you're gonna hurt me. I'm trying to go all out just to get on that board." But I mean, it's just good to see who's taking things serious and who's not. And it's like you can't get under the bar and not go 100% because it's going to expose you at the end of the day. Like before, if you didn't feel like doing a rep, you get it on your chest for bench, you get it up barely. Okay, I got it up. But now it's like it measures the speed to that, so there's no getting away from it.
As a leader, how do you approach a guy who's on the pretender list? What do you say?
I mean, first I ask them what the deal is because I don't want to just jump down someone's throat. Ask them what the deal is. They tell me, and then try to figure out ways that we can fix the problem. You know what I mean? Because obviously there's 5 people that's going to be on that list.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the numbers can vary on that list. So if there's a good reason why you're on that list, then okay, I can work with you. But if you just not taking it serious, now we got a problem.
Who's on the top list the most?
Me.
Ty, we've heard a lot about Marcus Gardner really all offseason. What have you seen from him?
I've seen a guy who stepped up tremendously. I think last year he came in kind of being he had an opportunity, but I think he knows that he didn't take advantage of it the most. But now it's like he flipped the switch, and he has so much more motivation this year, and he's ready to go, man. That's a guy, man, that I tip my cap off to because he really has just turned a new leaf, and he's going all out, man. And I can tell each and every single day.
What do you think? Just playing on the field, what kind of corner is he? What does he bring to maybe your all's defense?
Oh, he's a fast guy that can match people with his feet, and make plays on the football. Yeah, he had a lot of plays on the football this spring, so I'm eager to see what he does this fall.
What do you think changed with that motivation level? Is it just maturity, or does something else?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that coming in, obviously, every freshman has a desire to play early, but then when you get here and you're trying to learn the book and things aren't really going your way, because everybody's going to hit that wall, and it's just really how you get over that hump. And I think after last year, it didn't go the way he wanted to. So then he dialed in. He's like, okay, I don't want to feel that feeling again of me not playing the game that I love. So, he turned up 1 out of 10. And, I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him.
What kind of nightmare is it for a defense to have a tight end like Willie, his skill set?
You said like Willie?
Yeah.
Oh, man, it is a big nightmare. Because Willie, he a guy that can block, but can also run routes. He's really good with his routes. He's really good using his body too, and after the catch, he's good. Like, I mean, he tries to leave his feet and hurdle some folks too, and he's an athletic guy, so he can do it. So, but yeah, I mean, just having to play against that and having to go up against that in practice every single day, it makes me better, it makes him better, and ultimately when we see a guy like that in the game, it's like, man, I've been going up against somebody like you in practice, so it's nothing new to me.
Ty, I know a year from now your plans to be in the NFL, but you're one of the guys who could benefit from the new 5-for-5. Or what was your reaction when that came through?
I mean, I had some conversations and there was some talk in the locker room, but like you said, I mean, I'm a big believer in God, and if it's God's plan for me to have a great year this year and go into the NFL, then that's what I would do. But I mean, I'm worried about this season right now. I'm worried about game 1, so that's far from my mind.
I asked the same question I asked Willie. Why didn't you leave?
What'd you say?
Why didn't you leave?
Man, I trust those guys. Coach Stein and Coach
You didn't have a
Bryant.
coach there for a window. You could have left.
Oh yeah, you're right. But I mean, I think I'll just be doing myself a disservice by just hitting the door if I don't see who we hire. Then we hire Coach Stein, and it's like, okay, it's a guy who he's been to the college football playoffs where I want to go ultimately. Coach Jay Bateman, he's been to the college football playoffs where I want to go. So you got two guys who's going to be working with me directly. It's like, I in my mind I feel kind of dumb to leave. So it's like, I trust those guys and I trust what they were saying about this program and the way it's headed, and I can tell by what they said and like how they run things that it's definitely heading in that direction.
When you're doing research for Coach Bateman's defense early on, what are you watching? A&M tape? Are you watching Army tape? Are you watching Carolina tape?
A&M tape for sure. But my dad, he did most of the watching.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff going on at that point in time in my life. So it's like my dad, he did a lot of watching, and he kind of told me what he thought about it and stuff like that. And
when Coach Bateman shows y'all tape, is it stuff from A&M last year?
Yeah, but I mean we're moving out the A&M phase now, getting into the Kentucky phase. But like obviously with the install, he got to show us A&M tape.
I've heard it's more complicated, but yet there's more freedom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, it's definitely a lot more freedom, and I like that. It allows me to just go play ball and make plays, and ultimately like do what I want to do, and that's get the ball back to the offense by creating turnovers, whether that's me picking the ball off or causing a fumble recovery. But I think just the terminology that's a little difficult. But I mean, as far as the book goes, I mean, cover 3's cover 3, cover 4, cover 4, cover 1, cover 1. So ball is ball, just different terminology.
What kind of reaction are we going to get when you get that first sack?
I don't know. That's an in the moment thing. But my dad always tells me never be too high, never be too low. So, I probably just, do a little celebration, then jog back to the other side of the ball.
What's one guy we aren't talking about enough this offseason?
Grant Godfrey for sure. That's a guy who came in with me in the 23 class. He has been buried in the depths a little bit in the depth chart our few years here, but that's a guy who's taken a tremendous step. He's always been smart, but he's athletic too. He's athletic. He gets guys lined up. He's a communicator as well, and he's a guy that's going to go all out for his team, man. And that's my dog, man. That's my dog.
What did it say about him that he has to transfer? I mean, a lot of guys in that position would have maybe tried to go elsewhere and get more playing time immediately.
Yeah, you're talking about Grant, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't sit here and tell you why he didn't transfer. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, just about how impressive is that?
Facts. Yeah, that's definitely really important. I mean, that's a guy that ultimately he loves it here, man. He loves it here, and I got a lot of respect for him. The fact that he stuck it out, like you said, he could have bounced. I mean, he was a highly recruited guy out of high school, so he definitely could have left when he figured out he wasn't playing that much, but he didn't, and he stuck it out, and I'm ready to rock with him on the field.
Does that give you more respect for him as a teammate, like knowing that, like he could have gone somewhere else that had that immediate job guarantee, but he was willing to stick it out and put in the work?
Yeah, yes, sir. I mean, I really didn't think about it like that, but now that you say that, like, yes.
Okay, well, you tell him I said that.
Yeah, I will do. My respect levels definitely go up for him now. So, yes, yes.
All right.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Good luck.